We're back with Lewis Station Winery here on the Restaurant Show. And Jason, as you talked a little bit about before the show started, up until now it's been just games. This is serious now.
Now we're in the serious stuff.
Now we're in the realm of
serious. We're going bacon.
Bacon spinach salad and your Jonesin for bacon plate.
Yes.
Okay, so start talking, Jason. What's going on here?
We have the bacon plates kind of working in the oven right now, so we'll start off with the spinach salad.
All right, that's cool.
Spinach salad, we have a house olive oil that we sell, bacon-infused olive oil. That is kind of the feature of this salad.
Okay.
Again, hyper locally sourced spinach. Bacon. The bacon itself comes from Jones Farm down in Fort Atkinson.
Okay.
The mushrooms in this dish come from Helenville, palm mushrooms in Helenville,
Okay.
which is about 10 miles away from the winery.
Okay.
And again, all of our salads are tossed nice and fresh. And this one here has got just a lot going on.
Yeah, I can see that.
And now you know where the name comes from, Jonesin for bacon. It comes from Jones Dairy Farm.
Oh,
Yeah.
you had to explain that to me.
Well, that's when we get to the
Sorry, I'm a TV host. I don't understand those things very
The
quickly.
bacon plate features bones, basically back ribs that have been treated the same as bacon, so they've been cured and smoked.
Oh, okay.
Just like bacon.
Okay.
And, they are decadent, to say the least.
Right.
So that's a
Excellent.
nice fresh spinach salad.
Excellent.
And then on the
Anybody
Jones,
got a fork? We don't have a fork. What's going on?
and then the Jones River bacon salad. Because we have 3 different kinds of bacon on the plate, I do try to throw a little bit of lettuce and fresh vegetable in here.
So they can be more guilt-free.
Well, think of it as a deconstructed BLT. There's a little tomato in here, a little lettuce in here.
Okay.
And then the fresh mozzarella is kind of the mayonnaise, mayonnaise or the creamy part.
Okay.
So we start with a base like that.
Okay.
And then I feature 3 different bacons, and it kind of changes from week to week, but the one thing that's always on here is our bacon bones.
All right.
And these are the bacon bones.
Oh my goodness.
And what I've done here on the bacon bones is they're back ribs that have been cured and smoked like bacon. And I've taken and I do a sweet pickled jalapeno and gooseberry glaze over the top of them.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take these guys like this.
Wow. Wow. That's incredible.
And then
I'm just totally
this
speechless.
next bacon here is Fent Brothers in Watertown. This is their house bacon, which is a hickory smoked. These guys have been making bacon since 1919, and it tastes wonderful.
Wow.
And then the last one here is actually a chicken bacon, also done by Jones Farm. This is an uncured chicken bacon. So what you're looking at is a spread of 3 different bacons,
Okay.
like that. And then I take my sauces, and again, the gooseberry sweet pickled jalapeno glaze. We hit the ribs with that one more time.
Okay.
I get a little squirt on the rest of it like that. And then this is maple syrup and coarse mustard. So
Really?
think of it as like a honey mustard, but more with maple syrup.
Okay, a honey mustard
I'm on.
with maple syrup. Okay. So while he's pouring the last touches on there, Rob, what kind of wine are we drinking here?
All
This
right.
is the Sangiovese.
Ah, said beautifully.
Did I say that right?
Like a true Italian.
All right.
Sangiovese.
All right.
Yeah, so this is Sangiovese. Now, it is an Italian varietal, although I work with a grape grower in Northern California that has the terroir very similar to Italian, to Italy,
Yeah.
and specifically Chianti, because that's kind of the base grape for Chianti.
Sure.
So most people have heard of a Chianti, maybe you've never heard of a Sangiovese.
Sure.
But that's kind of what that wine is. And so this Sangiovese, this is kind of more like a super Tuscan. So I aged this with French oak, and then I actually added a little American toasted oak. So if you smell it, you'll get a little of that toastiness on the nose. So that
Yeah.
comes from American oak.
Yeah.
American oak is a little more aggressive on the nose.
Sure.
Whereas French oak, what that does, that kind of gives it that creamy palate sensation.
Who would have thought that there was different flavors and different smells from different oaks from different
oaks.
countries?
Different oak, and Hungarian oak does a different thing. There are different levels of toast. So it all depends on what the winemaker wants to finish that product
that's
with.
beautiful.
So it may start as a certain style of wine,
Yeah.
but the winemaker has a lot of influence based on what type of oak adjuncts and things that you would add to it.
Yeah.
And so the idea with this is because it's big, bold, and tannic, so
Yeah.
your mouth probably dried out a little bit because of that oak. Well, what you need to make that work for food and wine pairing is you need
Is this.
fat, right?
You need this.
And
All
if
right.
you didn't know this, bacon has just a hint of fat in it. Just a
No
hint.
way.
So that bacon actually pairs
Don't. I don't want to
beautifully-
hear this.
pairs beautifully with the
But you'll see
Sangiovese.
a sip of the wine after that, and you'll see exactly what he's talking about.
Well, let me just enjoy this for a second. Don't push me here.
It is
my God.
delicious, isn't it?
Right, it's delicious. No, just a sip of that after.
Take a
That's-
sip of
that's
that
all
after,
you
and
need
you'll
is a
see how
sip
that
of it.
acid just comes on.
Wow. Wow. I'm crying a little bit if you can't see out there because this is so delicious. This is amazing. Can I try another one of the bacons as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is kind of the fun stuff that Jason and I do as as he's working on preparing the meals and looking at the menu and coming up with some of that creative things that he does. I mean, on Wednesdays he specifically goes to the farmers market and pulls all fresh ingredients, brings it back to the winery, and this is kind of the stuff that he prepares.
And I think that's what's so great about you guys is that
Yeah.
you're really pulling like hyper local ingredients. I mean, it's all within how many miles would you say is like the furthest?
Our entire menu, with the exception of the Kalamata olives that we use, is within 100 miles of our winery.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Can you give me a fork? I want to try this salad.
Yeah.
I got to try the salad.
Those bones are something else, aren't they?
This is amazing. This is, I mean, and what was it's gooseberry and
Pickled jalapenos
Pickled
and
jalapeno.
gooseberry that are pureed together.
Wow, that's really great. Now, for those of you who want to go out and try some of this stuff, you never know what you're going to get on Wednesday nights at Lewis Station Winery. Wine and Tapas is their thing that they do every Wednesday, and it's always something different because it depends on the ingredients that you can find, right,
Exactly.
Jason?
Well, it depends on what looks the best.
Jason, can you grab that fork
You
for me,
got
please,
it.
real quick? Thank you. All right, I'm going to try this salad real quick here. And this is the bacon spinach salad.
And all the plates, like you can see, I mean, these are meant to be shared. These are meant to be shared. So you come in, you get a bacon plate, you get another thing, you have a wonderful meal for 2 to 3 people.
Yeah, and like you said, a meal for 2 to 3 people. Now, if you were to do the economics on this, you might be looking at $35 or $40
Right.
for all the food, a nice bottle of wine. 4 of you can sit and enjoy something as delicious as this.
That's an incredible deal. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming in. You sure you don't
got
want
it.
to come in tomorrow? This has been Rob and Jason from Lewis Station Winery. Thanks so much for coming in. Don't go away. There's more Restaurant Show coming up after this. Stick around.